right there.
Yeah.
Just kind of how did you feel like you guys bounced back today after Wednesday?
Not only today, but yesterday. I thought we got off the plane and went straight to practice and lifted. Our guys had energy and great focus.
And obviously just a bit about Colorado. With them, it would seem that the big question is Josh Scott. Didn't play last night. How does he change things? If he's able to play and if he's not able to play?
I think when Scott's on the floor, he frees all those guys up to become better offensive players because you concentrate so much on him. Those guys are the beneficiary of the game plan usually to stop Josh Scott. And when he's not on the floor, you can guard those guys a little closer, pay a little more attention to them. So it makes a big difference. And the other thing is, one of the most underrated aspects of his game is how good a defensive player he is. We know he's a good rebounder, but he's a very, very good defensive player. And he anchors their defense. So with him not on the floor, it makes a big difference.
And then how did they look last night with Toby Miller in there for Scott? How did they look at?
Well, they were fine. But anytime you have your full complement of players, it makes the other ones a little better, I think. When we play against Colorado, we know those guys have a high motor and are very aggressive, and we have to do a good job on those guys as well, not just Josh Scott.
Were you hoping for maybe another extra period or two with that game?
That was an interesting game, Even in that game, though, it is a long game, but Scott didn't play. Scott plays against us, he's going to be fresh. Trayshawn Fletcher played 6 minutes. He's going to be fresh. Collier fouled out, so I think they'll be fine.
Is this the same case as you're pretty sure Alonzo Trier was going to play for Arizona? You kind of preparing for Josh Scott the same way?
Absolutely. Yeah, we're counting on him counting on him is not the best. We're figuring he will be in the starting lineup.
And you'll probably sort of downplay this aspect of it, but them going into double overtime and Saturday's game being a noon contest, that's a quick turnaround for them. Does that give you guys any little bit edge there?
They're at home, they're playing at home. So maybe if it were a road game and they had to travel all day today or part of the day today to play a noon game, but they're playing at home. And this is no different than playing in a Pac-12 tournament. You got to be ready to do that.
Then also sort of going on that sort of edge thing, being here now for, I think you spent, maybe 36 hours here, does it give your guys more time to get adjusted to the altitude?
They say it takes about 2 weeks to get completely adjusted, and you can't do that. We're all flunked out of school. But we've been here a few days, and I do think it helps a little bit to do that. Definitely. The schedule doesn't always work out in your favor for you to be able to do that, but this time we were able to spend a couple more days, so I think it's good.
You said you couldn't really be totally sure what the defensive breakdowns were against Utah until you saw the film. After seeing it, did your feelings change at all? Or?
We did not communicate at all. If we're playing zone, if we're playing the pack defense, packing it in, we're playing a boxing one, whatever we're playing, if we don't communicate, it's not going to be very effective. And we, for whatever reason, did a poor job of communicating after the first 9 minutes. The first 9 minutes of the game, I thought we did a pretty good job of guarding them. But then after that, we're just so quiet. And one guy decides he's going to switch, and the other guy decides not to, and you're not communicating. If you communicate, there are no mistakes. But we did not communicate, and that allowed them to get some easy baskets, and then just too much dribble penetration when it shouldn't have been.
Yeah. Do you attribute that to maybe being on the road, or why you guys wouldn't communicate as well?
Not sure. Not totally sure. Here's what I know. Second half against Arizona State, we were stellar defensively. Arizona game, I thought we were, with the exception of them getting too much on the offensive glass, I thought guarding their stuff, we did a great job. So we can do it. We're capable. There are other games we've been capable, but all of a sudden, out of nowhere, after 9 minutes, there it is. Wait, we didn't talk that time. Next time, wait, we didn't talk again. And then it became a theme in the second half.
How hard is that to correct?
I will say this, though. We've done that twice this year. And both were in the second half on the road. Against Arizona, same thing. And then against Utah, second half.
Is that hard to correct? I mean, I'm sure you see it in the game and tell them in timeouts and everything. But does it surprise you that maybe even when you point it out, it doesn't get fixed, or is that hard to get that going the other way in the middle of the game?
Oh, I mean, that's the whole beauty of sports and coaching, in that if you could snap your fingers and it would all go well, then you go undefeated. But that's part of the process. Again, this team improved quicker than we thought that they would improve. This team has done more than a lot of people thought it would do. However, the team's youth does show up sometimes. And every now and then, like maybe that was the case the other night, it shows up. And we've played over 20 games. Guys are more close to being sophomores than they are freshmen right now. But it still happens every now and then.
Just the last time that you played Colorado, it would seem that was Washington's best complete game. Went ahead at halftime and built it to 22 and kept that lead too.
Yeah.
Just what went right that game?
Well, we talk about this defensive thing, and the first 4 minutes, they got 3 layups, just drive layups. We weren't ready. We made some substitutions, and then we started to play with the energy. And what happened in that game was we were so locked in defensively. There was communicating. We were moving on a string. We were executing defensively. We were able to get up by 22 in that game, by 22 against that team, and that's not easy to do, and all of their guys were playing, but we were so locked in and dialed in, and that made a big difference. That wasn't the case the other day in the second half against Utah.
Just the other thing that I remember from that game was that you guys were really good around the rim, the block shots. You had 15 of them. Malik had 7. Marquise had 5. Just what was going on there?
Well, we lead the nation in block shots, but we're not averaging 15 block shots. So that was a special day. But it was also a day, maybe those the block shots and the steals were a byproduct of us being dialed in. And everybody on the same page, understanding what we're supposed to do and communicating. And I think it's more of a lesson of what we're capable of when we are locked in that way. And we're locked in a lot. We do a good job a lot of the times, but when we make mistakes, it shows up. It burns us big time.
Do you just feel like this late in the season now that you always say that every game is important, but now these games get a little bit more magnified now because you don't have many now to correct any mistakes that happened earlier in the season?
We talked to our team about after this game, there's still 3 weeks left in the regular season. There's still a month. With this group, I believe we still can get better. I don't think this group will stop improving until we play our last game. We're not an old veteran team that's reached our ceiling, I don't believe. I still think we have a chance to get a little better.